Why, hello there.
So,
Welcome to the Book Coven.
Yeah.
Winter. Ching, 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 ching. That's Lillian.
that's Chelsea.
Over there hating winter.
Yeah.
Surprise. So, as you can tell, we have some winter books for you this month.
Yeah.
It's December.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Sure
everything's white and cold
Spooky.
and spooky.
Winter chills.
Yeah, so it's not like lame winter books where
Yeah.
it's just like, oh my
I think
God,
we
me and my
should call
friends.
it winter chills.
Winter chill. Oh, like
Yeah.
Netflix and chill,
Yeah,
but
it's
like winter
it's
chills.
Chills like, ooh,
Ooh,
you're going to
chilling.
die.
Yes. I like it.
Yeah.
This is welcome to Winter Chills.
Winter chills. Thank you. I made that up.
Yeah. Trademark, copyright, patent pending. No.
Boy, did we go to town today.
Yeah. So let's just. Okay, we'll start with the book. So I chose The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon.
Yep. Familiar.
We'll
Familiar
get yes.
author.
Author. Our other book was really recent, right?
Yeah, The
October.
Invited.
Yeah,
Yep.
The Invited. A very good book. Was this good? Oh, let's find out.
Oh.
Okay, so the synopsis. West Hall, Vermont has always been a town of strange disappearances and old legends. The most mysterious is that of Sarah Harrison Shea, who, in 1908, was found dead in the field behind her house just months after the tragic death of her daughter.
Say love you.
Now, in present day, 19-year-old Ruthie lives in Sarah's farmhouse with her mother, Alice, and her younger sister. Alice has always insisted that they live off the grid, a decision that has weighty consequences when Ruthie wakes up one morning to find that Alice has vanished. In her search for clues, she is startled to find a copy of Sarah Harrison Shea's diary hidden beneath the floorboards of her mother's bedroom. As Ruthie gets sucked into the historical mystery, she discovers that she's not the only person looking for someone that they've lost. But she may be the only one who can stop history from repeating itself.
Ooh, that's too much pressure.
Spooky. Yeah,
I
she's
wouldn't
just
wanna do
19.
that. Leave me alone.
She's what but a wee babe. So because it's winter and, history and stuff,
Yeah.
we've got some treats. So the drink, we'll start with the drink.
Yep.
Because I'm dying to try it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We've got a nice, warm mulled
Mulled
wine.
wine. Oh, it smells so good. It's so warm.
Smells like all the seasonings that go in mulled wine.
It's like a
What's in,
candle you
like,
can drink.
Like cinnamon and
Yeah,
orange
yeah.
peel and stuff. Jeez.
Oh, there are notes.
Oh, wow, that's very good.
That's good.
Oh, wow. Oh, I like it.
But I just ate a spicy samosa, so
And it
my
doesn't
mouth
quite
is
go?
warm, and it's a warm drink.
Yep.
So
Your
my mouth
insides
is
will
really
soon be warm.
Yeah,
This
but
is
it's good.
The ugly mulled wine. That's what it's called. I like the bottle. It's cute. It looks like a Christmas sweater.
Yeah.
An ugly Christmas sweater. I made a giant pink cupcake because of one of Ruthie's nightmares. Mm-hmm. It's always...
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
It is hefty.
It's a heifer. It's a
And
cutie.
then I made molasses cookies because Sarah makes, that's her daughter's favorite cookies, Gertie. And I also made a vegan stew because they make stews in this book.
Let's try this stew. It's looking dope.
Yeah.
It's got lots of cauliflower.
Yeah.
I love a cauliflower.
Ah.
The fuck?
What is that?
Virus detected. No, I'm kidding. Oh, that's very good. I love cauliflower.
Yeah, it's got cauliflower. It's a cauliflower lentil stew. And there's some carrots.
And it's delicious. Oh, everything's so warm. Oh, I feel good. Feels good. Feels right. Yummers. So, I rather enjoyed this novel.
It's so good.
It was really good. I loved the shifting focus. So it kept switching between the diary from 1908 to present day with Ruthie and
there's
a couple
also
other characters.
Catherine, there's like 3 stories in one.
Yeah.
And they all connect.
Yeah, but there's, present day and then 1908. So it was very cool going between. She kept leaving things on a cliffhanger, and then you wouldn't get back to it until like fucking 50 pages
Gosh,
later.
darn it, Jennifer.
Yeah, it was very good. It was riveting. Keeps you reading.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It goes in so many places.
Yeah. Yeah.
The ending, we'll get to the ending, but like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, it was very good. So the winter people are what Gertie calls the like zombies that she sees like in her dreams stuck. She says they're people that are stuck between here and there.
Yep. They're sort of like zombies.
Yeah.
Well, they
undead.
come back from the dead, yeah.
Yeah, they're undead. They say the dead come back in the devil's hand, which
Yeah,
yes,
they live
yes,
near
they
the
do.
devil's hand.
Yeah, so they're on a farm. So Sarah and then
Love a
Ruthie's
spooky
family.
winter farm.
Yes, they're on a farm that kind of sucks because nothing really grows. Everything kind of dies, including all of Sarah's children, unfortunately. She keeps having miscarriages, and her husband Martin thinks that it's because of the fields. Like he thinks the land is cursed.
It's 1908. The medicine sucks.
Yeah, and sometimes maybe you just
Cut her
don't
some
have a
slack,
hospitable
yeah.
environment in your
Yeah.
uterus. It happens.
Really unfortunate.
Yeah, but they live near this thing called the Devil's Hand, which is like this rock formation that's like a hand coming out of the ground.
yeah.
So cool. I want to live near that. It's dope.
Oh, I'd love that. No one else lives there. It's
Yeah.
secluded.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're near nobody.
yeah,
It's cool.
the dream.
And Sarah, so it starts with her like describing how when she was younger and after her mom died, someone they call Auntie came to like help out the family and help her dad and do a little more with her dad.
Yeah.
She wasn't really their aunt. Everyone thinks she was like a witch kind of.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, she pretty much was.
kinda
She
was.
made like little potions and tonics and
yeah.
stuff for the gals in the town.
yeah, she did some like light healing and whatnot. She had this creepy bone ring, which sounds pretty cool. But Sarah tells Martin that she wasn't real and that the stories are false. I don't know why she doesn't want to admit to him.
Yeah, and how was she going to throw that ruse on? Because the priest that was around back then when shit went south with her
Yeah.
aunt is still alive
Yeah.
and knows exactly what happened to her. So
I don't know. She's just banking on like, yeah, he'll never.
Martin's a fucking idiot.
A little bit, yeah. I mean,
I didn't care for him at all.
sorry, Martin. He was doing the best with what he had,
Not
which
really.
wasn't much. So Sarah and Martin had their one baby, Charles, I think.
That was the first one.
The first baby.
He died.
See, that one actually was born and like started living, but yeah, he died.
He died the next morning, I think.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
He just stopped breathing or something.
Yeah, and she refused to let go of him.
Oh, yeah.
And Martin was like,
She broke.
God, she's just being really difficult right now.
Her baby just died.
She finally had a kid, and then, he died.
Yeah. So this is kind of foreshadowing to what happens with Gertie. So it was a good note in
Yeah.
there.
He's worried about how attached she is to Gertie. They spend like every second together.
Yeah, but she's had so many miscarriages.
Yeah, and she
that
finally
like,
has a child that's living.
Yeah.
She's, I forget how, 11 or something.
Yes.
So she's doing good, and so of course she's going to be attached
Yeah,
to
she
her
loves her.
Martin.
She's whatever. It's all good. Until
the sinister twist.
Martin goes hunting a fox and Gertie follows him and then whoops, falls down a well.
Down a well, yes.
And she's died.
I thought for a while that the ant made him hallucinate Gertie as a fox.
I
and
did
he
too.
shot her and skinned her, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I thought
Martin.
so too because then where the pelt was hanging, he found Gertie's hair.
Yeah, how you gonna
So I thought-
talk your way
yeah.
out of this one? That's an oopsie.
I really thought he killed her too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% thought like, oh, it's an illusion. It's a trick on
But
the
it
mind.
was one of many twists.
It was one of many red herrings.
Her
You-
body was found at the bottom of this well,
Yeah.
which I don't know why they didn't block off that well.
Right? And they
Seems
didn't
like
block
a-
it off after they took her body
Yeah.
out either. They were just like, well, it
No,
just,
don't walk in
it
the
was just
well.
an accident.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not supposed to walk in the well, but like, it happens. Cover up the fucking well. But while that's all happening, in the future, Ruthie's living in the house, that same house,
Yep.
near that well, near the Devil's Hand with her mom, Alice.
Which she didn't know about until something happens with her mom. But how does she not know that?
They weren't allowed in the forest.
I guess, but she lives in town. Didn't anyone at school bring up the fact that she lives in this fucking cursed land?
Yeah, maybe they don't find out until they're a little older. Who knows?
Weird.
Yeah, because people thought the book that came from Sarah was just like hogwash. It's not real. Nothing happened. what was her sister's name? Fawn.
Yeah.
They call her Little Dear. So it's Ruthie,
Cute.
Fawn, and Alice. Their father died of a heart attack a couple years.
Fawn is a deer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, right on. Their poor father died of a heart attack a couple years earlier.
Yeah.
But then, of course, Mom goes missing one morning, and she never goes missing.
Yeah.
She's always there. She follows this like tight schedule.
Yeah, she's a weird
Little
like
Alice.
safety nut. She's like me.
Yeah. And she's also just, no one in town seems to know really anything
Yeah.
about her. They
Look,
just call her
she
the
has-
egg lady.
She has a good reason.
You'd be the egg lady.
I would be.
Yeah.
I would love that. Look,
Well, you're
again,
going to have chickens, right? So.
Again, this bitch writes the life I've always wanted, minus the ghosts and shit. I mean, if it's a nice ghost, I'll take a nice ghost.
Yeah, but
But like these
How do you
people
find
that
out?
live on these secluded farms and they grow their
Yeah.
own food and they have chickens with all the eggs and
yeah.
just that's what I want.
That would be nice,
Quiet,
right? It's so
leave me
simple.
alone.
It'd be so simple. It'd be nice.
Yeah. Till you stumble upon some weird shit.
Well, because there's always weird shit. You're out in the middle of nothing. That's where the weird shit can happen. Out in the city, you're too busy to pay attention to the weird shit. I think
Yeah.
that's the secret.
You'll probably get shot before you see any weird ghosts.
Yeah. Well, after Mom goes missing, they're like, we need to search the house for clues because they're kids. And,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, it's a
why
sound
not?
plan.
They don't call the cops, though, which I find continuously weird. Because she's
the
like,
mom
oh,
had
Mom
them
wouldn't.
brainwashed.
Yeah, she's like, she wouldn't
Cops
want
are
us
bad.
calling them and they're bad and blah, blah, blah.
I mean, if someone's missing, 24 hours, guys.
Your children.
yeah.
Your mom is gone.
I like
It's
how
important
like, 2
business.
days after Fawn is like, well, I guess if she doesn't come back, I've been taking care of Fawn for 2 days. I could do it. I'll sell some eggs.
I've got this.
I know how the farm
I know how
works.
to take care of the farm.
I would be wiggy. I'd be like, Mom, I did not sign up for this shit. You get back here.
Right? Especially when they go into her room, which they're never allowed in, and they find that the closet is boarded up.
And they're immediately like, let's open it.
Yeah, that's
Girls.
terrifying. It's boarded
Girls.
for a reason.
Yeah.
People want to use their closet if she's not using it.
If I'm
There's
in
a
an
good
open
reason.
house and I see anything boarded
Boarded up,
shut,
yeah.
out I go.
Out.
Bye.
Yep. Yep. But I think it's cool that they found the little, like, there's a bunch of pockets
Bunch of
in
hidey
this,
holes,
but
yeah,
hidey
from
holes
Sarah.
in the house. So they find one, a floorboard, they lift it up. There are 2 wallets and a gun inside, which that's suspicious.
Mom, what the fuck?
It's Tom and Bridget O'Rourke. Their wallets and their IDs are in the wallets, and a gun, which, like, apparently Mom has been very adamant about the fact that she hates guns. So they know right away
Yeah.
that it's, like, not registered, and
That's also why they don't call the cops, because Ruthie knows, like,
there must be some weird shit
something
going on. Yeah.
illegal. Like, ooh, did Mom kill these people?
That was my thought, that, like, Mom killed them, and I thought, I thought she killed them, and for a long time I thought she abducted Ruthie.
In a way, she did.
Sure,
Sort of.
but I think it was legal.
It is legal what she did because I guess the living relative was like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Ruthie is not hers.
No. I thought they just saw this kid
Yeah, I
and were
thought they
like,
snatched
ooh,
her.
let's snatch and run.
Snatch and run,
Yeah.
yo.
I thought they snatched and run with baby Ruthie. But guess not. Spoiler alert, that is not what happens.
Sorry, I gotta eat this stew. Before it gets cold.
Oh, and then we introduced to Catherine,
Yep.
which was nice. She moved to
Player
Vermont.
number 3 enters
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah. Poor girl. She moved to Vermont right after her husband died. Her
Which
husband,
is,
Gary.
Yeah, he died in a car accident not long after their only son dies of leukemia.
Yeah, Austin.
Bummers all around.
Bummer all around in this book. Bummers. Bummers everywhere.
Jesus Christ.
Left, right, and center.
Are there any children that live?
And she goes to Vermont, right? Vermont? Yeah. Because that's the last place she found that Gary was. He lied to her, saying he was shooting a wedding in Cambridge, and instead he went to Vermont and had this very expensive meal at a coffee shop
With a mysterious woman.
with a mysterious woman with the gray hair and a beard.
It's the
Wait,
egg
not a
lady.
beard.
Not a beard.
A braid. Wow, you couldn't miss a woman with a beard,
She
right?
could have a beard.
She,
Don't judge her.
They never disclosed a beard, so
You
I'm
got a
not
beard?
picturing one.
Now I'm picturing her with a beard, and I'm into it.
I'm into it.
Fuck yeah.
Maybe a
there's
nice
the
gray
potato.
beard.
There's the potato.
Potato.
Give me that potato.
I can't believe he lied to her. But yeah, right away I kind of figured that the girl with the braid was Alice.
Yeah, as soon as they say egg lady.
Oh, when did they say egg lady? That was later, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That made it a solid fact. And none of this is helped by the fact that Ruthie and her family don't have a computer and stuff. So anytime she wants to look something up, like she wanted to look up like who Tom and Bridget O'Rourke were. And because she's not used to like research, she just convinced her boyfriend, we have to drive there right now. And he's like, no, we can go to the coffee store to get Wi-Fi and let me look them up to see if they're even living there anymore. Yeah. She's like, no, we must go now.
Like...
It was like a couple hours, the drive. Like, what are you doing?
First of all, I love Buzz.
Yeah.
He is like...
he's the conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, he believes in aliens. He's exactly who you want on your side with this.
Yes.
He never once questioned his girlfriend, which is such a beautiful...
Isn't that great? Yeah.
Twist.
Like, I'll fucking take you there.
Unlike The Invited, where her husband was like, ooh, you're going crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, see, what actually happens in this book is very crazy, but... When you first find this shit, you think your mom murdered these people.
Yes,
So
100%.
why would you drive to these people, their supposed relatives, to look for them? Oh. You're gonna get fucked.
You know why? She was probably freaking out and she wanted to, like, prove that her mom didn't kill them.
But you don't do that by going to their house, then you could get in trouble.
But she's not used to internet. She doesn't know how quick internet is compared to, like, a, 3-hour drive or some shit? I don't remember where it was.
If you have kids, give them a fucking computer.
So they can do their homework. She kept saying that she'd have to stay late at school to do her homework. And like
it's 2019,
any research she wanted to do, she'd just have to go to school. I guess libraries too, you could go. But
I wouldn't study in a library.
No? It's pretty quiet.
I work there. There's too many people.
I guess, yeah.
It's not as quiet as it should be.
Can't you like book out like a computer room?
Depends on the library.
Oh, I think at ours you can book out a computer room.
Ours has very limited.
Oh.
Great advertising for my library.
But it's such a big library.
I know.
Oh my God. Wow. Well, let's hope Ruthie has a better library. Oh yeah, this leads to the nightmare that Ruthie keeps having about her going into something called Fitzgerald's Bakery. She's there and her mom's holding her hand and she says, pick a treat. And she picks the pink cupcake and then looks up at her mom and realizes it's not her mom. It's like a woman with cat eye glasses. And then everything turns like dark and scary and the bakery starts like... Blah, blah, blah.
Which further led me to believe she was snatched.
Yes, exactly. Because like...
Clear snatching.
That seems like a snatching.
Repressed memories, y'all.
Yeah. That just sounds like a snatching. Catherine's ring. This is a neat little thing, but it was the same ring as Sarah's aunt's ring.
Yep.
The bone ring. And it's also the ring Martin finds in the field. And he tries to give it to Sarah, and she like demands that he buries it back in the field.
Because things did not go well for Auntie.
Poor Auntie. No, fuck that woman.
Right.
She went off her rocker, that's for sure. And Gary had Sarah's diary as well. But it sounds like everyone had a copy of the diary. Like they mass published it and like everyone's been reading it.
Yeah, most of the diary was mass published, but then there are these secret pages
that no one could find.
That have apparently Sarah, the legend goes that Sarah had instructions to bring back the dead, which she did. And she hid them away. So that's what everyone's after.
Yeah.
And what Gary stumbles upon.
Yeah, poor Gary stumbles upon those pages, and turns out that him and Alice met because she was convincing him not to do the spell and not to share the pages.
These kids clearly didn't read Pet Sematary.
That whole time I was reading this, Pet Sematary.
Don't do it.
No,
What's
don't.
Dead
they never come back okay.
Yeah.
Never come back okay.
And you only get them... The legend says you only get them for 7 days.
7 days. And then they're gone forever. Like, you can't do the spell again.
Unless they spill blood.
Yeah.
I guess what happened.
Yeah, great. And then they walk eternally.
Yeah.
Ah! I even wrote Pet Cemetery in big letters here.
Big mistake, guys. Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it's revealed early on, like, in the book that, or, like, maybe it was halfway, that Sarah was skinned. Like, when they found Sarah's dead body... it was skinned. She was out in the snow. Martin was there. They blamed Martin, and then Martin shot himself. He killed himself, right?
So his brother stumbled upon
Lucius,
this,
yeah.
and he was like, bro, what'd you fucking do?
Yeah. And he
Martin
saw
said
this.
something shifty and then shot himself. Mm-hmm. So then Lucius was like, well, I guess he skinned her alive.
Yeah, Martin said Gertie did it. Mm-hmm. Pet Cemetery.
Oh, we could state Gertie dies.
Yeah. We did state that. She fell down a well.
Oh, yeah, we did.
That was early on.
Sorry, I got stew in the brain.
Yeah. And then the town says that everyone leaves gifts for Sarah because they keep seeing her ghost walking about.
Yeah. So Sarah did not take her death well. And she brings her back to life. And
Pet Cemetery style.
Martin doesn't believe her and thinks she's going insane. And there's talk of having her committed. But she is seeing her daughter.
And her daughter likes to go in the closet and like hide. She doesn't want to be looked at. Like, no, don't look at me. But also feed me.
That sounds a lot like me.
Oh, and they keep talking about removing animal hearts and stuff throughout the book.
Witchcraft.
And I wrote that down because I was like, man, I think this will come back. Turns out it is part of the spell.
Yeah.
You have to remove an animal
you gotta
heart.
make a sacrifice.
Sacrifice. Yeah. So that was nice.
Poor little animal.
Okay, this is a weird sentence I wrote. Cattle death and Lucius lighting himself on fire after her death. What?
So
I don't remember.
Sarah is found dead. His brother
Kills himself.
kills himself. And then, so should I reveal the twist now?
Oh, we'll come back to it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll highlight. Anyway, then we meet Candace O'Rourke, the sister of
What
Tom.
a fucking nut.
Tom. She's a nut.
Absolute nutter.
So Ruthie finally gets to where Tom and like that town.
Of course she lives in Connecticut.
Yeah. And she gets to their town and then finds Candace. She ends up in her house, which is so weird that she's like,
Don't
oh,
walk
please come in. Yeah. Why
Don't
did she go
walk
in?
in.
You've got your sister and your boyfriend in their car.
Stranger
You go in
danger.
by yourself.
Idiot.
And it's like this disheveled house.
Yeah. And she has weird
She has like
toys out that are
broken.
like old and broken and dusty.
And she has like no food in her cupboards. Like my first thought would be that this woman is squatting. Like she doesn't live here. She's not Candace. I thought like maybe she's not even Candace. She's just squatting in this
something
house.
clearly
And
amiss
she's
with
going to
this.
kill you.
Yeah.
And that's when I really thought that Ruthie was abducted. But because she saw a picture of like herself as a baby, but she didn't say like, "Whoa, this is me." She
Yeah.
just ran away.
And then Candace is
scared.
like, I know why you're here. I
Yeah.
have something to tell you. And she fucks off.
Yeah.
So you know that bitch is going to come back.
Yep. She comes back after Catherine finally realizes that Alice lives in Sarah's house and that Alice was the one who met with Gary. And she's like, well, I need to go find her. All the while Alice is Catherine's doing this like weird art piece.
Yeah, that's a fucked up
she
way
does-
to mourn.
It's very weird.
She-
She making his last meal and everything.
Yeah.
She's like, I need to find out what he ate and,
she
what
made
they talked about.
She made a little diorama of the car crash. All right.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Go for it.
You do you, Pikachu. And then as we're skipping back to Sarah, she brings back Gertie. Yep.
Finds out she has hunger. That isn't, stew won't cut it.
Stu just won't cut it. Yeah. She does need to eat the human flesh every now and again.
Big surprise. There's a catch with your little spell.
Yep. Gertie was very good at hiding, so that's why she like tears apart the house looking for her and shit, and like in the closet. She just keeps hiding in the closet. Fawn is also good at hiding, back to present day.
No.
And she finds the compartment in the house that's hiding Gary's backpack and camera stuff.
So you're like, interesting.
Yeah. So it turns out that Alice stole his backpack. She had like followed him in the car, saw the accident, and then stole his backpack to get the pictures.
Yeah, he had a very important picture on there.
And did
no
she
one
not
could
delete
see.
it because it was the battery was dead, or she just probably didn't have time?
She probably just didn't know how to turn the camera on. She
Oh,
seems
yeah,
like
she-
that kind of person.
She's a bit of a Luddite, yeah. So she probably didn't know.
What do these buttons do? That was all potato.
Mine was all cauliflower.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Candace knows where they live, which I thought was like a really... I thought that was dumb at first, but then it made sense once she explained that, like...
Yeah. Here's where shit
Yes.
gets crazy.
So Candace shows up, pulls a gun on these children.
Yes, 9
Children.
and 19.
9 and 19.
Fucking hell.
And she wants to get the pages. She wants the diary pages that she's like, I know you have Sarah's.
Uh-huh.
Whatever. And they end up going and looking for Alice. Catherine arrives, sees Candace with the gun and like breaks into the house. But
yeah, she
wants to save
like,
them.
I can't leave them like this. Boy, does she fuck up.
You got to remember, you should leave them like that because you can't do shit.
Yeah, call the
cops. She left her phone in the car. Like,
Yeah.
it's worth going back to your car and calling the police.
Idiot.
Like,
I'll take
what
care
the
of this
fuck
myself.
are you gonna do?
You could startle her. She accidentally shoots one of the girls.
Exactly.
Shoots you.
You're not a professional?
Yeah, calm
Who
down.
are you?
Calm down, Catherine. But she finds her husband's camera bag
Yeah, and she panics and then...
and stands in the hall like a dumbass
Yeah, and
for them
she's
to
like,
find her.
whose camera is this? How did you get this? And they're like, well, hello. Stranger in
First
my
of all,
house.
welcome.
Yeah. Welcome to our shit show. Who are you and what the fuck are you doing here?
Oh, boy.
Would you like a snack? Perhaps some stew or molasses cookies.
Yeah, they all gather around a table and Candace spins a tale.
Spins a tale. It's just a bunch of confused women chilling together.
Yeah.
Like, what are
Poor
we
Fawn
doing?
is sick and she's like little.
got
and
a
she's just
fever.
sitting there like, what?
Yeah. I want to go to bed. I just want to find my mom. God damn it. So they do. They go looking for the mom. And they decide to go to the Devil's Hand to look for her.
Yeah, because Gary had pictures of the map.
Oh, right. He also had pictures of the forest.
So he had pictures of the notes that say how to bring back the dead. Mm-hmm. And the map that leads them to a portal that you need to bring the dead back, which is in the Devil's Hand. Who would have thunk it?
Shocking.
And then, so they decide to go down there. Catherine puts it together that he probably got all this to bring back their son, Austin.
Boy, was she right.
Yeah.
And then, of course, she gets the bright idea while on the way there to bring back Gary, and then plans for the future to bring back Austin as well.
Yeah, we'll just skin this rabbit real
We'll have
quick.
both of
Cut
our...
out his heart real quick.
We'll have the whole family together.
Yeah,
even if it's just for 7 days. Pet cemetery.
Idiots.
My
Yeah,
God.
she finds a dead rabbit or like someone shoots a rabbit accidentally.
And she just takes it and
Just
puts it in her
stuffs it in her
backpack.
bag, like, this will
That's
come in handy later.
disgusting.
Yeah. So they crawl into this fucking hole, which you would never do. 'Cause
No.
you're claustrophobic.
And-
like Ruthie.
So, reading that, my skin was crawling because she's describing the cave so well and like how tight
yeah.
the cave systems are so well. But what took me out of it was the fact that she said Ruthie was claustrophobic. No, I call bullshit because if you were claustrophobic, there is absolutely no
Yeah,
way
you'd
you could go
freak
in
the
there
fuck
without
out.
throwing up. Like, without throwing up, crying, panic attack. She had none of those things. She was
Yeah.
just like, wow, this sucks. This is awful. Oh
I
my
gotta
God.
get my mom.
It's so tiny. No. Like, even reading it, I wanted to throw up.
Well, because her mom's in there. Well, like, what if Brandon was stuck in there?
I'd still puke. I'd do it, but I'd have, like, the whole way, I'd be,
yeah.
like, I'd be panicked the whole fucking
All
way.
I could think of, like, your knees are gonna get skinned. You're gonna stand
Infection.
up, and it's just gonna get stiff, and you're not gonna be able to move. This is a bad. It's cold.
It's a
too.
bad idea. Oh, and it's cold.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's a bad idea.
I'd just be like, you know what? If she's
call
in
the
there, she'll
cops.
come out. Yeah. Yeah, call the cops. Be like,
Like,
hey,
now
I think
that you
my
know
mom-
your mom didn't murder anyone,
Yeah.
now you can call the
This
police.
is hard to explain, but my mom's been gone for 3 days. I think she's in this hole.
Can you guys
Just get that
get your stuff
spelunking
and
gear.
get in there?
Get on in this
Get
hole,
on in there.
please.
You're more
She brings
qualified.
her sister who's little and sick.
Well, because Candace wouldn't leave her at
Yeah,
home.
with the gun, I guess.
I know.
But what's she gonna fucking do?
Just weigh him down. She did stuff. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Candace was a loony.
Absolutely.
Like, and she has an ex-husband and a son, but she lost custody of her son for obvious reasons.
Obvious, yes.
And now she wants these pages to afford a lawyer to get her son back.
Yeah.
But like, if you're threatening children with a gun, you really think any lawyer is going to get your kid back for you?
No.
Look how desperate she was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Tom was her brother and his wife, the O'Rourkes. They were friends with
Alice.
Ruthie's mom and
Yeah.
her husband, and they discovered where these pages were and asked them to come get them.
Yeah.
And then Alice claims that something in the forest killed them.
Both of them. Oh, they went to the cave.
Yeah, and they died in the cave.
Yeah.
And then Candace was like, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
And she just gave them. So Ruthie is the daughter of these two. And Alice was like, hey, we'll take care of her.
Yeah. And Ruthie had gone into that cave with them.
Yeah.
But Alice like grabbed her really quick and ran with her out of, I mean, you can't run out of the cave.
And then I guess just years of telling her, like, that didn't happen. Don't go in the woods.
Yeah, just telling her that the woods are. But she did have the memory of her adopted dad bringing her out of the woods, saying it was just a bad dream.
Oh, but it wasn't.
Oh, but it
Candace
wasn't.
said at one point, like, yeah, I believed them at first, but then I thought, that's a weird story. I would have some questions.
I'd have so many questions.
Like, what do you
my
mean?
first thought would be, you murdered them, you crazy psycho.
A monster in the woods got...
Silly goose.
How many times does an actual monster kill people in the woods?
It's never a monster. It's always a person.
My murder bells are ringing.
Yep.
She was just like, yeah, all right.
Maybe she knew they were in a story, you know?
You know, I guess, like, if I was in that situation, I would just be there like, oh, I really don't want this kid.
Like if you were Alice?
Yeah.
Or no, Candace?
If I was Candace, be like, ooh, this seems suspicious, but
if you guys want her, just take her.
Yeah, go for her. You guys seem all right.
So she doesn't want other children. She just wants her son.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, brutal Candace. Brutal.
Candace is fucked. We've established this.
Yeah. But then we flash back because now there's like more flashbacks and flash forwards
rapidly.
Because like
Everything
there's so
that
much
goes on now is just
it's just all crazy. It's all
lunacy.
happening.
Yeah.
And I like that because it was like more and more like cliffhangers.
Just a lot
It
of,
makes you
okay.
have to keep reading
Yeah,
because you need to know what happens at that cliffhanger. God damn it. Sarah's dad got rid of Auntie because the town was a talk.
And when you say get rid of her, shot her in the stomach and burnt her house down.
Well, at first he just sent her away, but he ended up.
yeah, because then the son,
the son hung himself in the
Yeah.
barn, but did he really, or was
probably
it Auntie?
Who knows?
Yeah,
And
so
then
he thought
got
it was
mad,
Auntie.
yeah.
So he
tried
shot
to
her
kill
and burned her house down.
But only shot her in the stomach and left the house. Did not make sure that she was dead. Guys,
She wasn't dead.
if you're gonna kill someone,
Double
make
tap.
sure they're fucking dead.
I mean, yeah. Otherwise, they can talk about it after.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
come
getcha.
back, which is what.
What? What? But yeah, Sarah thought she was dead this whole time. Sarah was with him when he did that, right?
Yeah, she tried to help.
She tried.
I mean, she's a kid.
She's a
and
child.
Her dad was holding her back.
But Auntie holds that against her after.
Yeah, like, you tried to kill me. No. She's like 6. How's she going to fight off like a 50-year-old man?
With a gun.
And you were in a house on fire
Yeah.
with a gunshot.
Oh, she'll just run in after you
Yeah.
and help you
Idiot.
out.
She's like,
yeah.
no, I've been seeking revenge this whole time. Mm-hmm. So Sarah opens the door. Auntie's there.
Yeah.
And Auntie's the one that pushed Gertie down the well.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
And then,
What a dick. Because she wanted to get back at her for letting her die.
Yeah.
Fuck you, first of all. But before this happens, Sarah gets a note that she thinks is from Gertie, and it turns out it's from Auntie.
Yeah.
About something like, what did Martin bury?
Yeah, she's
and
trying to frame it.
yeah, and the killer left something in my pocket. So she wants to dig up the body.
And Martin's like,
okay. So you're crazy.
Yeah.
But then he ends up like,
something to this.
maybe there is something in her pocket. So he starts digging up the body. And Sarah obviously panics and thinks like, wow, he's trying to hide his tracks. So she puts a gun on him. She accidentally shoots him. He runs away.
yeah.
Somehow he's running through the forest for 2 hours.
No, because
not dead.
he sees Gertie.
Yeah. Well, he
he's
saw that
like-
Sarah saw that the coffin was empty.
Yeah, and then Gertie walks out
And
of
then
the
Gertie,
woods.
yeah.
And he's like, oh, nuts, she is here.
Yeah, but he's just running around the forest for 2 hours with a gunshot wound
Yeah.
in his chest.
In his chest, yeah.
So I don't know what kind of guns they had
In
back
a blizzard.
then. But what?
Well, he got
Why
shot
was he
like,
okay?
here, I think.
But 2 hours?
Yeah, I mean, he is dying. 100% dying, but
That's so long.
I guess you want to die right away, depending on where it hit you. Do we have a doctor listener.
Maybe if she wrote it saying like he shambled through the forest or something, but she was writing that he like was running through the forest.
He also has a limp, like he has a crushed leg, so I don't think he was actually running.
I would have
kind of
a better descriptor word,
I guess,
like a shamble.
He was probably shambling. Maybe just the fear pushed him and the adrenaline.
Yeah.
And then, then eventually he got like, oh, I'm going to die now.
Yeah, so he went back to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes back to see Auntie holding Sarah at gunshot.
Yeah.
At gunpoint.
At gunpoint. Gertie ends up saving Sarah.
Yes.
Which was really cool.
Epic move.
Yeah,
dude.
so that's what gets... Gertie ends up living forever now because she kills Auntie.
She rips Auntie apart.
Yeah.
And then...
They skin Auntie. Well, I don't know did she eat the skin or something? Because they said they could never find the skin.
She probably ate it.
Right?
Yeah, she needs human flesh.
She needs to eat
Yeah, that
people.
was Sarah's idea. So Gertie fucked her up, and then Sarah was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
And so skinned her knowing that people would think it's Sarah and like ran off with Gertie. And then poor Martin woke up like, oh, my wife?
My wife.
Is skinned?
Yeah.
All right. So he shot himself.
Good job, Sarah.
He was going to die anyways.
Talk about a home wrecker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that twisteroo.
And then that's where Lucius later set himself on fire because Sarah came to visit him.
Yes.
And he thought like, oh, this is a ghost. Sarah said some spooky shit because Lucius was the one that was pushing for her to get put
into the loony bin.
Yeah. And I don't know why he set himself on fire. He's a doctor.
That was a bit much.
You have access to so many shots.
Fire.
I'm like, no, I'll just go burn myself.
Yeah.
The most painful death. Him and John, they're on the same wavelength here.
They're a kin. Should have done it together. You know, I'll light you, you light me. Yeah? Okay, cool.
Okay.
Let's do this.
This is going to be great.
This will be great. Oh, fuck.
I won't regret this at all, guys. Fire is not a good way.
But yeah, so the ghost everyone's seeing in town isn't actually
Sarah.
a ghost. It is Sarah. And she's just taking shit off people's porches.
Like, oh, this is working out
if you're going to leave me honey, I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, she fucks off in the cave with
She's living
Gertie.
in the fucking
they make
cave.
a nice little, they have some lights
They've
set
got
up.
oil lamps and torches and shit.
Nice little homey area.
Yeah.
So Gertie needs to feed every few months.
my
so
God.
she gets angry.
Yeah.
At first she tries to give her like woodland creatures, but doesn't really cut it.
Yeah,
so
she needs human flesh.
She lets people walk into the cave and get ripped apart.
Yeah, all those missing girls and all those missing kids. They're
She's
Gertie's
like, I know
food.
it's wrong what I was doing, but
You're insane. And Gertie can't even talk. She can understand what's said, but she can't speak. So like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Sarah
but you can't
really-
kill her.
no.
You could dismember her. Like if you cut her head off,
Yeah, I
you
guess.
delimb her, you know?
That's
and then
a
bury
way.
the
Yeah,
limbs
yeah.
like far ends of the earth, whatever.
There's so many ways around this, guys.
Sure.
She's too attached to the child.
She's too attached to
It's
the
not
child.
your daughter anymore. It's a weird fucking husk of a
Exactly.
thing eating people.
Yeah, it's not your child.
You've killed so many innocent people. And even she's like, yeah, this isn't my kid.
Yeah, but oh well.
Cut her head off.
Nope. I live with her in a cave now. Everyone
You
thinks
saw
I'm
her
dead.
rip something apart. Surely you can decapitate her.
Terrifying.
Lord have mercy. Just like The Walking Dead. She's like, shh, just look at the flowers. And pop her in the head.
Just pop it off. At least they've got their little cave home.
Yeah.
In the cave system. Spooky
So,
little home.
but Sarah grows old.
She does.
And dies eventually. And old Gertie is
left to her own devices.
Yep. Eating people. Alice, when she found her, she decided she was going to be the
protector.
the
keeper of the cave.
Gertie in the cave.
Yeah. Because she wants to protect people from going into the cave.
I mean, I guess. You also could have just killed her.
Yes. Idiot.
You saw her rip your friends apart.
I'll never understand.
Yeah. I have to guard. Also, they
guard the
don't want
cave.
anyone to bring people back, but no one destroys the notes that say how to bring people back.
Yeah. So fucking Ruthie does it. She's like,
Yeah.
fuck this.
Yeah.
These old people are stupid.
Even Gertie sees it. She's like, good on you.
Yeah.
That's the right move. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they find Alice in the cave.
They do. And they find the like all the oil lamps and they're like, wow, there's a
Yeah.
bed. And Alice is like tied up and gagged.
Candace finds Gertie and it doesn't go well for her.
Oh, good. I was so glad
Yeah,
Candace
thank
died.
God she dies. Catherine fucks off and does the ritual.
Yep.
Like a smart gal.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was delightful. I was excited for that. I knew that would be like the very end, like the last pages. I was happy for that.
So they all fuck off, and Alice drops this huge bomb on Ruthie. And she's like, look, I know you want to go to college,
but
can you stay here with me and take care of the psycho?
Yeah. Instead of, living a normal life.
Yeah. Kill her.
Oh my God. Ruthie doesn't even think that, though.
No,
She's just like, you know what? I will stay. I will be a protector of this cave.
You know how you protect the land?
And fucking kill her.
Kill Gertie. Fuck. Anyways, so that happens, and Catherine goes back to her home and is patiently awaiting the arrival of her husband.
Yeah.
Who does show up. And then I guess, she also calls someone to show them the pic. No one thinks to take the camera away from her.
Yeah.
So she's like, someone should see these pages.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Yep.
That's going to go well for everyone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and the husband is there, and they'll probably bring the kid back, and Catherine will probably have them kill someone so they're around forever.
Oh my God. Probably.
But then I guess they can't make her a sleeper. Because why didn't Gertie make her mom a sleeper?
Yeah, maybe just because she was too young to know how, and maybe Sarah didn't tell her how. But if you told the sleeper, here's how to make a sleeper.
But I don't know, because it's not a human life doing it. It is already the dead. There's no fine print on the rules here. And if they kill her and they can't bring her back, then it's
yeah,
she's dead. It's not like they can talk and ask someone.
It's true. That's true. They can't. They can't speak.
Can you just do the spell real quick?
And you have to chant in it. So okay.
Yeah.
What about sign language? If you sleep or awaken in sign language,
think witchcraft works like that.
Well, we don't know. There's only one way to find out.
Let's give her a go. Yeah. Where could we find a portal?
Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, so it was very good. So many bad decisions at the end. But very spooky. I felt the winter coldness in it.
I had to
in my lungs.
turn the lights on when I was reading it. I was actually getting
spooky.
I'm spooked.
Oh man. Twisteroos.
Many a twist, many a red herring. Very good book.
Yeah.
I liked
Again,
it.
Jennifer, you knock her out of the park.
Knocked it right out of the
You
park.
gave me the winter chills.
Oh, and we're back.
Samosami.
And we're back.
This sweater was a huge fucking mistake. I'm so
Is it
hot.
too warm?
Yeah.
That's a first that our house is actually warm.
It's because I keep eating all this hot stuff.
Oh, that's true. Hot wine, hot stew, hot samosa. This wine is very good.
It's very good.
I've had quite a few mulled wines, and this one's delicious.
I didn't know they had pre-made mulled wine.
Yeah, I've never even seen this one in the store. Maybe it's new.
That's good to know.
The ugly
For my
sweater.
drunken winter
Or
days.
the ugly mulled wine. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
God,
I
I
hate
certainly
winter.
repurchase. Yeah, me too. We're both born in winter.
Yep.
That's the
Real
title
bummer.
of a song.
There's been a snowstorm almost every year of my birthday. Because it's in the heart of December.
There was one where it was actually we were the only car on the road.
Yeah.
And we were just sliding.
We were determined,
from lane 1 all the way to
we're
the
going
end
to this
lane.
bar. Almost everyone ditched my party because it's a fucking massive blizzard.
Yes, and we almost
And we
died
were
on our way
downtown.
there.
Yeah, we almost died a few times.
Oh, that was funny though.
Good time.
The
though.
car didn't have AC or
No.
heat.
Yeah.
So that was cold.
Yeah.
I think my toes fell off.
Good bar though.
Good bar. Yeah,
I wonder
it was
what
a
I'll
good
do
night
this year.
It was fun.
Probably just sit
Sitting.
and drink with you guys.
We're old now. We don't have to go
Yeah.
anywhere. It's overrated.
Well, and then last Christmas I had knee surgery.
Yeah,
So that was fun.
that's a rough go.
Oh, God, we gotta go in February.
Yeah, just
Somewhere
a
warm.
quick scoot. Mm-hmm. Quick toot and scoot.
Just when we're at the peak of I want to die.
Yeah, February's the worst. Yeah, but here's the thing. Because of the snowstorms, just like this year,
We're gonna get.
we're going to get
17-hour
fucking
delay.
stuck. Sorry, we can't fly into Canada right now because the plane won't be able to land.
Yes, but 4 days of sunshine
Fair enough. I
and
can
just
dig it.
drink on a beach.
Yeah.
Could really use that.
I could use that, yeah.
I don't know.
We've
maybe
had
it
one
will-
snowstorm and we're already like, I'm
I
out.
was sick of it. They didn't
out.
shovel the sidewalk when I was trying to come
course
home
not.
from work. So I almost died.
Beautiful.
I just hate it.
Yeah.
I used to love it. Now it's just cold and I can't go outside and
Yeah, well, because we don't like play in snow anymore, right?
there's no
growing
snow
old.
days.
Oh, of course
Work's
not.
not going to call in like, don't come.
Yeah, no. Oh, no.
But that's why we read.
And we read chilling books.
Wow.
Spooky chilling. We're going to continue the theme with the next book. Still spooky, still
Yep.
chill.
I picked Snowblind by Christopher Golden. The small New England town of Coventry has weathered 1,000 blizzards, but never one like this, where people wandered into the whiteout and vanished. Families were torn apart, and the town would never be the same. Now, as a new storm approaches 12 years later, the folks of Coventry are haunted by the memories of that dreadful blizzard and those who were lost in the snow. Photographer Jake Shapiro mourns his little brother Isaac, even as tonight another little boy is missing. Mechanic and part-time thief Doug Manning's life has been forever scarred by the mysterious death of his wife, and now he's starting over with another woman and more ambitious crimes. Oh, Doug. Police Detective Joe Keenan has never been the same since that night when he failed to save the life of a young boy, and the boy's father vanished into the storm only feet away. And all the way on the other side of the country, Mary receives a phone call from a man who died 12 years ago. As old ghosts trickle back, this new storm will prove to be even more terrifying than the last.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
I've already started reading it. It's good.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's a good one. Get on it. All the winter.
Winter chills.
Winter
Spooky, spook,
chills.
spook.
Yeah. Good
Oh,
books.
that's spicy.
Good choices.
Oh, I'm hot.
Excited.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
What can we do to mitigate this chill? More mulled wine. There is more. We just have to heat it up. That stuff is good. Guys, get this wine.
Yeah. That'll cool me down.
I got it at the LC. I had to ask the one of the employees where the mulled wine was, and he took me to like where all these like coolers were.
Huh.
It was like all these Pompeii coolers and then mulled wine.
That's weird.
Like,
Are
you
there a
guys
lot
need
of
to get your
options?
shit together. No, there were two. It was
Wow.
this and that cozy one.
Good choice. This is good mulled wine.
I just liked the bottle.
Yeah.
Fucking marketing. It works. Gets
Oh, I
ya.
love it. That's the only good thing about winter is all the drinks.
Yeah.
You can't go outside. Just sit inside and drink all
That's true.
fucking day.
That's
Stay
why
out the
everyone
window,
gets
like,
fat.
Window like, ugh.
That's why everyone gets fat.
Oh, yeah.
Winter fat.
Put on a t-shirt right here.
Right.
Keep me
Get
going.
in my belly. Oh, well, we hope you liked Winter People as much as we did.
Yeah.
Because that was fun.
Good
That was
stuff.
fun. It was a good read.
Good
Pet
stuff,
Cemetery.
Jennifer. Don't do it. I don't know, though. If one of you guys died, I'd probably try some weird shit. to
7
bring you
days
back.
of like this
Not if
monster.
it's 7 days. If it's like, I don't know. I would think about it.
Pet Cemetery.
I'm not going to make new friends.
I mean, that is one of those things where, like, in the moment, you'd probably be like, "Fuck, should I try it?" Like, if you had the knowledge and the
give
and the
her a
ability,
go. I'll
I
give
feel
her a
like
go.
anyone would try it.
Yeah. If you don't come back as like a zombie, even if you did,
Yeah, but you wouldn't know.
Would you? If you died, do you want me to bring you back?
I mean, try it.
Okay. And if you come back and eat people, like
Yeah.
I'll give
If
you
shit
some
happens.
people, I guess.
Hey,
Oh,
there's
no.
this guy I don't like over there.
Oh no, she's eating him. Oh, shit. Oh nuts.
Sacre bleu.
What can you do?
Eh. Oh, I also don't like that guy. So just when
Go
you're
get
when
him.
you're done with that one
When
over
you're
there,
hungry,
done
here
picking
you
him out
go.
of your teeth.
That's fine.
I mean, it's worth a try.
Yeah, I don't
For
even.
science.
I'm not.
It's for
yeah.
science.
I'll bring you guys back.
It's for science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
At least film it though.
I have a
so
zombie
that
friend.
yeah, so that
Yay.
if we get like really unruly, you can at least call like
This podcast. with
real
you.
scientists and be
So
like, so
listen.
this is what happened.
I did some weird shit. In the moment, it seemed like a good idea.
Whoopsie.
She's killed 47 people.
It's been 3 years. You waited until now?
Yeah,
I thought she'd stop.
I put her in the shed. Seemed fine.
That reminds me of that zombie movie,
Shaun of the
the
Dead.
Dead. He's got his friend chained up, and they're just playing Nintendo.
Yeah. See, that's fine. We can still watch Netflix.
That movie's great.
Yeah.
No,
This
keep
podcast
playing.
would really go down the tube if you were a zombie.
Just-
What'd you think of the book? No. She loved it.
Yay! Can't read anymore. Oh well. Well, join us next time. If you have any book suggestions, as always, just let us know.
Yeah.
I'd like to try and read more new books as they come out, but I'm not very good at staying up to date with what's coming out shortly.
No. There's
You know?
so many coming out.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'll see one and I like it and I forget to save it and I'm like, it's gone
Write
now.
it down. I write
It's
them
gone
all
now.
down.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I will start doing that.
Yeah. Well, so we'll see you in the new year. With a new month.
No, this
Oh,
book.
yeah, this book. Sorry.
Yeah, there's
Sorry.
a second
we'll see you
book.
still in this year.
Still
and
in this
then
year.
you'll see us in the new year. Yeah.
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 Not 2020 yet. Still 2019,
Whoops,
folks.
yeah.
Still winter. Still snow blind
great.
next.
Yeah,
Christopher
cool.
Golden?
Yeah. Christopher Golden.
Okay.
Snowblind.
Snowblind.
Give her a read.
Give her a whirl.
Yeah.
And get some mulled wine for you this
fuck
season. It's really
and
good.
some stew and some cookies and some cupcakes and samosas.
We do have a lot of food right here.
Oh, I'm just going to eat all of
guys,
this. Yeah.
guys, we do eat all of this.
Oh,
what you
fuck yeah.
see
Gone.
is exactly what happens this evening.
Gone.
Well, not modest about it.
So much winter weight right here.
Yay.
Yeah.
Fairly well. Stay warm.
Yeah.
And
Peace out. Peace out.
later.
That's Chelsea. Bye.
Oh, that was Lillian.
Yeah. Bye.